Sometimes you just find great films in the craziest of places. Let's talk about that. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Long December, the newest film from director Thomas Torrey. So Long December is a film I guarantee you haven't heard of. It's a film about a young struggling musician named Gabe who works in the bar scene. He works, of course, in the malls. He does whatever he can to support his wife and young kid, and he wants to make it as a musician. He loves playing music. He's very talented, but he struggles because it's a very difficult field to get into. It's like reviewing or, getting into the film industry. It's a very difficult thing, which one of the individuals in this movie explains that you have to basically get lucky in a lot of respects. So basically for an hour and 20 minutes, it's a story about his journey, through the system and trying to make success and, having support from his family and what does it mean to really have passion in what it takes to do the thing you truly love and how difficult that it is, and that's what this movie is about. So I have to admit, I didn't know anything about this film. I got a review copy, which I do appreciate that, but it's one of those films that is, in the film festivals, but it doesn't have a large footprint because it's just not that type of film. But I'm all about like these like smaller movies, ones that are trying to get some kind of, push through the review system or the film festivals. I love films like this because, the nature of like an aspiring individual. This is the kind of the relationship of like the Once or Sing Street, of like that musician that really has a love and passion. And it doesn't need to be this type of film, but it's that kind of genre which I truly like because there's a lot of inspiration, there's a lot of inspirational ideas behind it, and they can really run with it. It doesn't matter if it's truly low budget or if it's truly high budget, as long as the movie's interesting, as long as it's something like Crazy Heart or Once or any of those types of films, Fanboys or something like that. I really just have a love for these types of films. So this film I knew nothing about, but I'm willing to give it a shot if it's really interesting. And so I went into this movie blind, and so my honest review of this movie, it's wonderful. It really is. It's a breath of fresh air. It's not mean-spirited. It has truth to it. It basically boils down to this guy who truly loves what he does and struggles to do it, but he continues to push forward. And you see the love from his wife, who, is probably a little worrisome and a lot wearisome about what her husband does, but she sees and she supports him, and that's a really truthful, really honest approach. And then you see the people around him who truly love what he does. You see the music manager come in and kind of give him the honest opinion about everything. He takes him to a bar and shows him kind of this guy that really struggles to make it in the scene, but is really talented. And it's just an honest portrayal of how difficult it is to find success in a world that is constantly pushing you to, as they say in this movie, to a corporate realm, to, whether it be an Amazon or, a chain store or any of that nature. It's about how you love something and how you're willing to push yourself, whether it be to struggle or never find success, but as long as you love it, that's what you're willing to do. And I truly found this movie remarkable. I think Stephen Williams, who's part of this group called Jude Moses, which is a band I found on YouTube, is fantastic. You could definitely tell he's not an actor, so there is a little bit of, kind of wet behind the ears, not really that kind of, significant when it comes to his, like, how he portrays himself. But that's not what this film does. It really shows you an honest, real-life portrayal of an individual that just truly loves what he does. And it makes me want to go listen to his band's music, his real-life band's music, because he's very talented. Like, it's some of the best music I've heard this year. Even with, Flora and her son come out, it's one of the most, like, awe-inspiring, very down-to-earth, very homely feel type of movie with a lot of just great character arcs and a lot of great character development. And it shows you, honest and truthful and friendly people that don't like worry about like the societal norms and people that struggle. And you see the honest portrayal of like a homeless guy, you see the honest portrayal of a record producer, you see an honest portrayal of a struggling artist. It's a fantastically small movie, and it's a fantastical film in general, and it tugged at my heartstrings. And this is not me being one of those individuals that just loves these types of movies, because there are movies in this genre I don't like. I'm saying that this movie is an honestly feel good movie that takes place during Christmas with a lot of honestly good characters that does a really nice job, that makes you kind of feel emotions, which is what I love in these types of films when they really work. And once again, like I said, the music's absolutely wonderful. It's very, you could play, an acoustic guitar, you sit in front of a stage, you sing to the people that are there, and you just go for it. And the ending of this movie just, it fills you with so much great emotion. I truly love this film. It might actually, if it doesn't, it's maybe one of those films that I might put in my top 10, that even though nobody knows about it, or my honorable mentions, because it was such a surprise of a film. And this is not me just getting a review copy for it. I love when I find these films and they find their way into my soul. And I just kind of love that for it. On top of everything, this is a film from the writer of Minor Premise, which was a very interesting sci-fi film that was very low budget, but was very interesting. And I definitely recommend that film as well. But with that said, there's not really negatives to this, because it's just a very straightforward story. It's a very simple story. It's a story you've seen a billion times before, so that might be a negative. But I think if you can do your own story, even though you're kind of crimping off or borrowing off other themes and other types of stories that have dealt with this before, like a Crazy Heart or something like that, I think you'll find some really truly honest fun and entertainment and truly honest material out of it. So I truly love this film. I think it's fantastic. I think it has great performances, great music, great direction, just great overall feel. And it is a truly remarkable film for something I've never heard of before, which is how these types of films work. And I hope it does find an audience. I hope it helps Stephen Williams and his group find some kind of audience in that realm. And I hope it helps Thomas Torrey create a really good career for himself, because it's a really, really fun, entertaining film. So that's all I kind of have to say on it. I definitely recommend it. I don't know if it'll be on streaming. I don't know if it'll be, of course, in theaters. I don't know at this point, because it's still in the festival circuit. But if you find this film somewhere, definitely check it out, because like I said, it'll probably be on VOD or at least somewhere in theaters. And I highly recommend it. So yeah, that's my take on Long December. Thank you so much for watching. Comments below. I know you haven't heard of this film before, but this genre, which is a music-based genre where it's a struggling artist or a group of individuals that find talent in the music world, the film world, stuff like that. Let me know what your favorite type of film of that is, Once or Sing Street or something of that nature. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell, top the funnest coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.